Three.
Hi, my name is Duncan Holmes, and we're doing Oliver's Diner.
My name is Tara Brennan.
My name is Dylan McDonald.
I'm Maple Sloan. For the problem statement, Oliver Peter, the sole proprietor of Oliver's Diner, is looking to make a change in the operational system to improve the company's success and growth during future years. Oliver's Diner has experienced a massive growth, which has caused them to question their ability to accommodate the high volume of customers. Oliver faces several constraints, including long wait times for both customers to be seated and receive their meals, caused by limited seating and ineffective staff schedule. Ultimately, the company is looking for an option that will help improve customer service and ensure long-term viability and success. To elaborate on the operational problem, customers often experience long wait times while orders pile up in the kitchen due to a shortage of chefs. Oliver's Diner currently employs 3 chefs plus Oliver, who spends 50% of his time in the kitchen. This means that for every hour they have 210 minutes worth of chef resource. Red cells highlight the times at which the required amount of chef resource exceeds the amount of chef resource available, which we calculated by multiplying the average number of meals per hour and the average time it takes to cook each meal.
Ownership and management. Oliver's Diner is a sole proprietorship owned by Oliver Peters. He is also the only decision maker in the company. His goals are to provide good customer service and accommodate all customers. Although managing the restaurant is his primary responsibility, he also spends half his time in the kitchen preparing meals and the rest of his time doing front of restaurant activities with staffs and customers. Current strategy. Oliver's Diner hopes to provide an enjoyable experience for their customers. They set themselves apart from the competition by offering quality meals at a reasonable cost. Additionally, the diner's retro-themed decor is very attractive to customers. So far, the restaurant has been successful in attracting customers. However, they fall short in providing good customer service. Mission statement. Oliver's Diner has a strong belief that customer service is an absolute key to long-term success. This one factor that Oliver knows he needs to improve in order to achieve their goal.
Current market. Oliver's Diner's audience is a collection of cottage owners and tourists, which consists of a wide age range from children to seniors. Grand Bend has a year-round population of approximately 2,100. Meanwhile, it can attract up to 50,000 tourists during the summer, which runs June through August. Oliver's Diner's customers are looking for comfort food and are attracted to the restaurant's retro decor. For financial position, their revenue consists of food and alcohol and non-alcoholic beverage sales. Their costs include licenses, wages, inventory, and rent. As mentioned before, their tourist season is June through August, so this is when they'll earn and incur the majority of their revenue and costs. For industry and competition, Oliver's Diner competes in both the restaurant industry and tourist industry. Top-rated restaurants, according to TripAdvisor and Grand Bend, include Fine A Restaurants, Aunt Gussie's, Smackwater Jack Cat House. There's not a lot of variation between the goods offered by each of these restaurants. However, the overall experience and customer service is what really sets them apart. For the tourism industry, Grand Bend Beach is the most popular tourist attraction in Grand Bend. However, these two companies are not competing with each other. Oliver's Diner is reliant on the popularity of the beach and benefits from its success.
Key success factors. Have your restaurant in a well-populated area. Be quick and efficient with your service so customers take on. Show a unique factor for your business, for like food, etc. Have the human in your restaurant. For the SWOT strengths, decor and theme are very attractive to customers. Offers unique dining options, affordable prices, and high quality products. Weakness, understaffed, which results in overworked and stressed employees. Long time wait to be seated. Long wait to receive meals. Overall poor customer service. Opportunities. Grand Bend is a popular travel destination with lots of tourism as well as cottage owners. threats, competitive food and tourism industry, highly dependent on tourism in region, profit drops during off-season.
So we have 5 options. The first option is to implement restaurant pages and display boards. The restaurant will implement pages to alert customers of available tables. This will give customers opportunity to check out stores and other tourist attractions while they wait for a seat. In addition, install a display board in the front of the restaurant to let customers get an idea of what they want before they actually sit down. The pros of this is that it allows the workers to have an estimate of the workload that they do have. It provides the customers a little bit of comfort in their wait, and it increases the overall turnover time. The cons are that there's only a partial solution for the problem, as well as there's an additional cost for the company. The second option is to allow reservations. So the restaurant will allow customers to make reservations prior to their arrival, and this would allow the restaurant to know their workload beforehand, as well as the customers to so option 2 for the company is to allow reservations. The restaurant will allow customers to make reservations prior to arrival to ensure they are able to be seated at a desirable time. This will grant customers the privilege of avoiding wait time proceeding and allow the employees to know the estimated workload for the night. So the pros are that it will raise customer satisfaction as well as inform an estimated workload. The cons are that customers may show up late, so this will be a delay and increased workloads, as well as there's only a temporary solution, and it potentially decreases profit if persons cancel at the last minute. The third option is to renovate the staff. The third option is to reevaluate the staff. The restaurant will reevaluate their current staff schedule to maximize productivity. This will include potentially hiring an additional employee chef to resolve their shortcomings and firing another buster to cut unnecessary costs. This new operational management strategy will increase the productivity and success of the business. The pros are that it will increase company productivity, increase turnover time, and shorten wait time along with reduced stress on other staff. The cons are that it is an additional cost for the company. The fourth option is remodel seating decor. So remodeling some of the restaurant's individual seating with upholstered or wooden booth. Okay, option 4, remodel seating / decor. Remodeling some of the restaurant's individual seating with upholstered wooden booth bench seating. This will add to the restaurant's retro theme that is attractive to customers. The pros are that it potentially increases profit and increases customer seating, as well as provide a new environment for the customers to enjoy. The cons are that it is an additional cost as well, and it may require the restaurant to be temporarily shut down, thus decreasing profits for that business at the time. And the last option is going to be the status quo, and this is when the restaurant will continue with their current managerial operational strategy without making any particular changes. The pros is that it is a safeguard decision, however the cons is that it doesn't solve any problem, and it potentially decreases profit and puts a strain on the employees.
For decision criteria, our first is cost, which is important to any business as it determines profit, which is an essential part of maintaining financial viability and success. Each option will be based on all additional costs incurred during the first season in Canadian dollars. The decision makers are looking for an option that will cost less than $1,000. Our next is increased profit, specifically during the weekends. For many businesses, including Oliver's Diner, profit dictates how successful you are in both the short and long run, and is the primary factor in most operating decisions. Each option will be measured based on the total amount of increased profit in Canadian dollars earned during the weekends. Oliver is looking for an option that will increase profit by a minimum of $200. Our next is time it will take to execute. The time it takes to execute each option is important because it is a time-sensitive matter. This will also determine when Oliver's Diner will begin to benefit from the implementation of this option. Each option will be measured based on the total amount of time it takes to execute and complete the implementation plan in weeks. Oliver's Diner is looking for an option that will ideally take 1 week, but maximum 2. Next is reduced wait time. Seeing as wait time is one of Oliver's Diner's most detrimental constraints, it is critical that the selected option will help reduce it. This will be measured by the amount of time each option reduces on the customer's wait time in minutes. Oliver's Diner is looking for an option that will decrease wait time by at least 15 minutes so that they may reach their desired turnover time of 60 minutes. For the evaluation of options, restaurant pages will cost $1,500, have 0 increased profit, and take 1 week to execute. This may make customers' wait time more enjoyable, but will overall have no impact on the reduced time. By allowing reservations, it'll have 0 cost and increase profit by $200 per week. It'll take 1 week to implement and will completely resolve the wait time to be seated, but have no effect on wait time to receive meals. By reevaluating staff, this will cost an additional $600 over the entire summer season. It will produce over $900 in revenue. It'll increase profit by $900 each weekend. It'll take 2 weeks to implement and reduce wait time by 15 minutes so that they may meet their ideal turnover time of 60 minutes. By remodeling the seating decor, it'll cost over $4,000 in total, have 0 increased profit, and will take 1 week to implement, where the restaurant will have to be shut down. This will also not have an effect on reduced wait time. Lastly, for status quo, by sticking to the status quo, it'll have no impact on any of our criteria.
Alright, so for recommendation and rationale, we recommended that they reevaluate the staff, firing a busser, and hiring a chef. It decreases wait time. The option met each decision criteria. Increase many key production values that you need in a business, and less stress on the employees.
So for our implementation plan, we had 3 main stages. We had sub-stages. So our first main stage is to create a performance evaluation system as well as a form. And this is when they would evaluate each one of their employees to see whether they're an asset or a dead weight to our company. The second main strategy was to terminate employees where necessary. And this is where if an employee was found to be dead weight, they'd immediately eliminate them. The third and final was to create a hiring process, and this is when they would send out invites by doing posters. 3 main stages, which is firstly to create performance evaluation system and a form. This is where we would try to create a system where we would evaluate our customers to see whether they are dead weight or an asset to the company. The second main stage is to terminate employees where necessary. If we found that employees were being a dead weight to the company, like not keeping up with their weight necessary, then they're just going to fire them and look for a new person. And the last one was creating a hiring process. And this is where we immediately try to find a chef, particularly for our job, as that's where our most lacking situation is. And then this is the visual implementation plan for us. So thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, this is your period time.